Some of the things that I said about luck when I was doing my birth signs tier list for Oblivion Remastered was not correct, and I want to make sure that that gets corrected, and I also want to talk about luck in general as a stat in Oblivion. I don't see too many people pushing that you should build luck. You might want to use luck on a certain kind of build, or you might want to consider it as an option, and if you're using luck, then you're valid, and, you know, you could consider restarting your build to go with luck. That's bad advice, and people are trying not to kind of bash luck as a stat, and they're trying to say that all the different things are viable and all that fun stuff, but it's not exactly the case, so let's talk about that. Oh, well, if you take, like, you know, 50, which is the number of points you can go over 50, because you can bring your luck to 100, if you have 50 points invested in luck, you've leveled luck every level for 40 levels after choosing the Thief birth sign. Most attributes don't have any value past 100. Luck is an attribute, it's a stat, and it fortifies your skills. I did math, and it turns out that you gain, with having 50 luck, you gain a bonus of 20 to every skill, which sounds great, but you realize that you have spent a tremendous amount of levels, a tremendous amount of attribute points. You've had to level up all the way to 40, and you probably haven't even maxed out your other attributes just to do this, just to get your luck up high. And then you've gotten your luck up high, and it's going to give you plus 20 to all your skills. But by that point, you're level 40, you have certainly maxed out multiple skills to 100. On my file where I was playing as like a pure mage doing every single magic skill, I maxed out all of my major skills to 100, and I was level 29. So I actually had to go into prison in order to lose skills in order to level up. And then I learned after that your minor skills contribute to your level just as much as your major skills do in the remaster. So I learned that I didn't have to go to jail at all. What a waste of time. So, but anyway, we're talking about luck here. So the thing with luck is it does increase your skill effectively. It doesn't unlock any of the specialty perks. So if you have a perk that would occur at level 100 and you have level 80 in a skill and you have 100 luck, that would give you 20 skill points in that thing. It does not unlock the perk. So luck doesn't do that for you. It just increases the value by 20 of the skill. However, the modified skill value is constrained to a range of 0 to 100 in the game's calculations. This modified value is not displayed in the skills menu, but is used for all game calculations, such as damage dealt with a weapon or the magic cost of casting a spell. So what this means is, if you level luck and you spend all this time and effort leveling your luck stat, you're not actually gaining anything from it when your other skills are at 100. If you level up enough times to get your luck to 100, every major skill that you have will almost certainly be 100. You would have to, like, reverse engineer this crazy specific build that would have to be, like, tons of work just to get your major skills to be level 80, and then have 100 luck, and then have the bonus from the 100 luck provide exactly 20 attribute skill bonuses effectively to your skills, and then you're missing out on all of the mastery perks for every single one of those skills, but the effective consideration for those skills would be 100. So early game, it's going to be slightly useful, but as I talked about in my birth signs tier list, the early game of Oblivion is easy. It's way easier. It gets way harder later. That's where Oblivion has all of its difficulty, is it's backloaded. So anything that you're doing with your build to help you early game at the cost of late game validity is a bad move. And anything you do that makes the early game a little harder to make the late game easier, that's a good move, because that's going to make your overall experience so much easier. Because in the early game, you can totally afford to just, you know, do whatever you want, and you can just have fun and mess around. Luck is bad, and you shouldn't level it. And I just want to put that advice out there, because a lot of people are scared to say it. A lot of people are scared to say, hey, don't do this thing, but it's a trap. It's gonna, like, really hurt your numbers for your build. It results in bad builds. It's terrible end game. It's slightly helpful early game, but the early game is easy. There's so many things you can do early game to make this game a piece of cake. By the time that it's end game, if you have optimized your build, then you'll be very powerful, yes, but that's only if you've optimized your build. If you're just playing blind in Oblivion, and somebody tells you, hey, level luck, and you start leveling luck, you're going to ruin your build late game, and you're going to immediately have to start a new playthrough, and it's going to suck to have to do that. I think it's stupid to tell new players, just do whatever you want, level luck, go ahead. And then the players play the game, they start getting really into it, they start enjoying their character and all that stuff, and then they, start to get totally destroyed by the late game enemies, and they notice that their character build is absolute garbage, and then they start saying, wow, I have to restart the game, I don't want to restart the game, I have to lose my character, I like this character. I spent 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours in the character creator, editing everything and making my character actually look good in a game like Oblivion where it's very hard to do so. So I think it's really good to put it out there that luck is bad and you shouldn't level it, and it's really bad. It doesn't benefit you end game. It doesn't benefit you mid game. It benefits you early game and the smallest amount of benefit. It's important to understand if you're looking at your blade skill, for example, the attack you do with a blade weapon, you get more damage out of your blade skill than you do out of your strength. Like, a lot of people don't realize this. Your skills are really, really important. So that makes it sound like luck is great. It's not, because it's giving you, like, if you pick the Thief Stone, you're getting 10 extra luck, which is only 4 extra levels. 4 extra levels in all of your skills. If you're talking about your blade skill, you're talking about your damage. 4 extra levels is almost nothing, and you will gain those levels. If blade is a major skill, if your combat specialization, you're going to gain those blade levels, those 4 blade levels, especially early. You're going to gain those in no time. That's just going to happen in maybe one combat. You'll fight the 2 bandits outside of the sewer. You walk across to the first alien ruin that you see. You kill those 2 bandits. You probably gain 4 blade skill right there. Right there. So really, you don't need to worry about this shenanigans, this luck attribute. It's just awful. Your armor skill is more significant than your luck skill when it comes to repair hammers breaking. That's terrible. That's terrible to spend not just 50 attributes, but 50 of the hardest attributes to level in the entire game. You can just guarantee that you one-shot an enemy by casting weakness to magic, weakness to shock, weakness to frost, weakness to ice on a single enemy 2 times, and then hitting them with like a 5 damage fire, frost, and shock spell. They're dead. Unless you're playing on like master difficulty. Maybe even if you're playing on master difficulty, something like that will just one-shot everything. So luck is bad, really bad, tremendously bad. It will literally ruin your build. You are wasting attributes by putting any points into this terrible, terrible, terrible stat. So I really think it's important to have that notion out there, and that's why I made this video. I just want to tell everyone, hey guys, luck is bad, don't level it. If you're a new player and you're seeing people's videos where they're like, luck, has a niche use in a specialized build. No, it doesn't. Luck is terrible. Don't level it. You're going to ruin your build. Seriously, don't level this stat. So, yeah, I just want the information to be out there that this is bad, and I don't want people getting misled, and it's totally valid for people to be like, I don't want to upset people. I don't want to make people who like luck feel triggered. Face the facts. This is, wake up and smell the coffee. This stat's terrible, and I personally I have more of a problem with people being misinformed that luck might be worth leveling or putting points into just because it's hard to level. It might be something that you want to pick up the Thief Stone for because it's the most attribute gains or whatever. Honestly, in my birth signs tier list, I should have put the Thief at the bottom of all of the attribute raising skills, because I said in that video, I was like, oh wow, it gains you 30 attributes. Honestly, luck is the worst attribute in this game by far. If it was possible to level luck at the same rate, like literally 1 point per level up in luck, luck wouldn't be worth it. That's where we're at. Luck currently costs 4 points to level up by 1. if it costed 1-for-1 like every other skill, it still wouldn't be worth using. That's how bad this attribute is. So don't level this attribute, and for my burst signs tier list, consider Thief demoted. Speed and agility is fun. The game gets harder later, not earlier, so you want things that benefit you later on in the game. There's my rant on luck. I just want to clear up misinformation. That's my main goal here, so, hopefully I'm saving your future builds. Anyway, leave me a